Hey Aquarius, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline or wavelength here, check your other major placements. I did want to talk about that a little bit. I'm not an astrologer. I divide these readings up by signs because I don't want to do a reading for everybody. I think that's really confusing. For me anyway, I find that confusing. But I did do some work this week exploring my North Node, which I thought was very fascinating. And it just reminded me that we all have such unique life paths, and advice is cannot be one size fits all, because we're all coming here with different inborn personalities and we're all experiencing different formative experiences as well. And I don't know, it's really powerful. So if you haven't looked up your North Node and what it affects and what it means, I would recommend doing that. It's very, very interesting and wildly correct. So, all right. Whoa, I feel like I feel like I did something there that I didn't want to do. Okay. We're just going to take these three here. All right, Aquarius. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? I don't necessarily think it's a triggering element here. I think it's just you're seeing something out in the world that is only a reflection of you. So there's something out there that is a reflection of how you feel about yourself, what you think about the world. It's not, you're not actually seeing the actual thing. There's a mirror in front of it and you're seeing what you're projecting onto it. So we all do this. We all project things. For me, there are just certain situations where I know that that what I'm putting, it's like if I want to do some personal work, well, let's go see what I think about this, because that's where I put all my projections and all my insecurities. So something like that, where there's some sort of, insecurity, or not even insecurity, but you're projecting something. What you're seeing is just a reflection of yourself. It's not the reality of the situation or whatever the other person is. It could be, but it could be also just a projection of where your insecurities lie, where your issues lie, or where your hopes and your dreams lie. So there's something out there that's not necessarily its own thing, but is a reflection of what you're bringing to it. So a time to give rather than take. So a new moon in Virgo. So you need to be communicating something. What do you bring? And I always pay attention when these cards, these Moonology cards, say the word time in it, because they're always indicating that a lot of these cards are just true in general. Like this mirror card, it's just true in general. There's always something out there that's just a projection of us. We're just projecting onto it our hopes or our fears or something like that. So you need to be maybe bringing something like that, bringing some sort of communication like that out, because we also have a new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So I love this because this is also a mirroring type of thing, with the twins and so we're having two sets of twins here. So there's some twinning going on, some mirroring going on. I think you need to communicate to clear this up. You need to communicate what it is you're seeing, what it is. This other person or this other situation could actually be feeling the exact same way you are. You just won't know it because you're not communicating with them. You're not telling them what you're seeing or what you're feeling. So there's some sort of mirror going on here, and it's time for you to talk about it, and it's time for you to communicate something about that. This could also be art, I feel like, some sort of creative project as well. Because communication isn't just words, right? It's song and dance and pictures and paintings. So there's something about bringing what you have to say to the foreground, because there's a situation that is either either the other part of the situation is actually reflecting back onto you and is similar, and which is sort of what I'm getting here with this, or it could be a projection. So clearing that up would probably be a good idea, right? All right, now we're going to move on to the Golden Tarot for a more traditional tarot spread. It's not totally, it's kind of like my hybrid of how I make sense of it and what makes sense to me. All right, so I have a taller table today, and I feel like it's got my shoulders up here as I'm working on this. We'll see what happens with this, but it might just take some adjustment. All right, Aquarius, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. All right. In your recent past, you have this Four of Swords energy. This is resting, time out, preparing for the future. Resting is, we rest up for tomorrow. Resting is part of preparation. This could also be resting for the purpose of regrouping. It reminds me of winter. We're taking some time out. We're resting. But with these swords here remind me of the fact that even in the darkest, coldest parts of winter, each little tree still has its buds on it, already set on it, ready for spring to come. So that's a little bit of what these swords resting on this wall. He's going to go back. He hasn't sold his swords. He hasn't given his swords up. He's going to go back, but he's he's going to go back, but for now he's resting, and not necessarily back to the same situation, right? But for now we're resting, we're taking a break. The buds are set, they're ready to go when the spring comes. But for now, and this has been in your recent past, there's been a break from something. There's been a pause. Well, certainly there has been, hasn't there? There's been a pause for everybody, but this could relate to a lot of different situations. So this is just saying there's been a pause, a rest time, a regrouping time, time to rethink, time to grow, time to rethink, time to grow as a person, time to rethink your plan, your strategies for how you get what you want in life or in this situation. There's a shield on the wall that looks like a heart to me. So there could be, resting your heart, resting, taking a break from relationships, taking a break from could be work too. But I love it too, because the swords are about thinking. So it could be almost taking a break from thinking about something, taking a break from worrying about something. The truth is there, it's waiting for you. It's just not, you're just not engaging, you just haven't been engaging with it. I mean, it's right, it's close to you, but you just haven't been engaged with something. So in summary, a break. In your current situation, we have the Empress card. I love it because I'm looking at a giant poster of the Empress card from the Rider-Waite deck. Right behind where you are, that's where the Empress sits, right there. So anyway, the Empress, so she's got everything she needs. She's in a place of abundance. I love it because it's like, this is sort of the spring. This is sort of the buds coming forward. You have been in a break and now things are coming back to life. You have everything you need. You're in a sense of confidence, of abundance. There's a lot of confidence here, a lot of sense of security, of, life can be a little treacherous, a little, things don't show up sometimes. But right now you're in a place of feeling that abundance, that life does show up, that things do work out, that things can show up for you. And so there is just this like lovely sense of the earth providing for you and your confidence that the universe is providing for you and bringing you to the right spot. So there's been a break, but we're coming out of that with almost this beautiful rush of life and liveliness and confidence and joy. It's like you woke up and you were like, Yeah, I'm going to get this day. Yeah, today is my day. So there's a little bit of like waking up into a positive attitude, a sense of confidence and joy and almost relief that things are working out and things are coming for you together. So, and just confidence in yourself, confidence in abundance, confidence in the universe to meet you part way. So I hope you're in that energy, or if you aren't, I hope you will be there soon, or at least glimpse it, understand it. It's there. What's on your mind? Worries and concerns about blockages. So in this card, so this is hopes, fears, inner landscape. So in this card, we have this person who's blocked defensive mode. Their intuition is over there telling them something, but they have turned their back on it and they're being very defensive. This can also be my denial card. I know something, I see something, but I'm going to pretend not to, right? So I think that this can come into this mirroring aspect here, possibly, where you're not seeing something because you're choosing to not see something. The mirror implies that you're seeing something, but it could also imply, with this card coming in, I'm feeling like it could be not seeing something because you don't want to see that. Like it's like a reverse projection. You're not projecting out onto the world the existence of something. You're projecting out onto the world the non-existence of something. That something, if you believe that something doesn't exist or an opportunity doesn't exist, then you're seeing that lack or that opportunity not existing in reality in front of you. So that's what this Two of Swords combined with this mirror, it's almost like a mirror of non-existence. Like you don't think it exists, therefore it doesn't exist. And there's some sort of stubborn energy. You could also be stubbornly refusing to, I'm just seeing how intently this Two of Swords woman is looking at this Empress. So you could be in denial that you have everything you need. And she's kind of pissed off at the Empress. She's like kind of a little pissed off at her. Like, you have everything you need? Oh, right. Everything you need is here. So you could be doubtful that you do have everything you need. That's the Empress, is you're in an abundance energy. You're in this, I have everything you need. But there's some part of you that could be like, bullshit. I don't believe you. You don't have everything you need, even though you know something. So in your inner landscape, you could be having a little bit of a battle. You know something is true and real out here, but what you're projecting onto the world is that it's not true, it's not real, and you could be being very overly protective, overly defensive, blocking something. I feel like this could also be a worry and a concern that someone else is going to block something, that someone else is blocking something. Yeah, but I just see also this like this thing niggling at you, and you're kind of not believing that you have everything you need. You're kind of not believing that this situation is as abundant and great as it appears. You're not trusting that. And I'm seeing that could be a projection of you onto the situation. It just seems very clear to me. I mean, with the mirroring, it's you that's refusing to believe that it's all here and there's an abundance and a resting place, no longer fighting. Like here, you're no longer fighting. And here, you're not even no longer fighting, you're accepting abundance. You're not fighting the abundance. Here, there's some part of you that seems to want to fight this abundance, that seems to want to refuse it, or not believe it, or not listen to it, or not understand it. Not allow it. And that's just coming from you. That's not coming from some sort of exterior place. That's you blocking your blessings in a way of just simply by not seeing them or not acknowledging them or not believing in them. But you know something. You're just in a little bit of denial about that. And then what's an issue? I love it when these cards are like this. What's that issue? It's 3 of Wands, lack of faith. You don't believe what you see. Like in this one in particular, in this deck, he sees his ship coming in. You do not believe what you're seeing. You don't believe it. It's something's coming in here, and you either don't have faith that it's coming in for you, or it's coming in for you and you're in this like, no, it's not. No, it's not. But that's a projection. You're projecting a lack of faith onto the situation. So yeah, 3 of Wands, not having faith, not trusting your intuition, not trusting what you know in your heart to be true. That's the problem. That's the only problem we've got in this reading so far, is you just not trusting, not listening to your intuition. This is about not listening into your intuition, and this is about not listening to your intuition. Not trusting something that you know is true is true. You're projecting a lack of faith onto the situation, a lack of belief onto the situation. Okay, but who can blame you with the devil in your environment? There's some sort of... So the devil, to me, is anything that separates you from your true path. So you could be dealing with a separation from... coming under this 4 of Swords, this could be like an extended break. Remember when it's really common with teenagers. It's a medical thing when you are like, not a medical, but it's a physiological thing. The sleep paralysis. I had that a lot as a teenager. Sleep paralysis. It was so frustrating. You'd be awake, but your body would be paralyzed, and you'd be like, I can't wake up. I can't get up. I am awake, but my body hasn't gotten this message, and my body is so it's common with teenagers, and that I haven't had it, for decades. But that's what this reminds me of. Coming under this 4 of Swords is this Devil card. Reminds me of sleep paralysis, because it's part of this rest process. But there could be an addiction to rest. There's something that's bedeviling your situation. It's in your environment. It's external to you. It's separating you from a path. It could be separating you from moving forward. It's whatever separates us from our connection with ourselves. So there's something in your environment that's severing a connection or bedeviling some sort of situation. So you have everything you need. You don't believe it. You don't have a lot of faith. But there's also, compounding with that, is something in your environment that's also just wreaking havoc. Oh, someone was saying in the comments, maybe it was on Twitter, maybe on YouTube, that they felt that the Devil card was often coronavirus right now. And I can totally see that. If there's an abundance, if you're waking up, you're ready to go, you're ready to move forward, you don't quite have faith, but there could be something just preventing you from moving forward. And it could be coronavirus, anything that prevents us from following our path, from connecting to God, from connecting to divine energy, whatever, anything that separates us from that's the Devil card, in my opinion. So the situation is being bedeviled by something that's out of your control. Complicated and frustrated by something that is out of your control and out of your say, and is separating you from some sort of path. This is not something, to be ashamed of, or something that you have a lot of control over. It's the Devil. Well, I don't know. That's such a complicated card in tarot, because we're reading tarot in one cultural understanding of the devil, but we're also bringing in these other cultural understandings, and then the tarot's understanding of the devil. It's very interesting. Okay, your to-do list. It's to be strong. Be strong. I feel like it's being strong about having faith, being strong about your intuition, and being strong is coming in right underneath this Empress card. So this is it's strength, it's inner strength, it's having patience. Here's this horse. It wants to charge forward. Here's you. You're like, I've been waiting for an eternity here. I've been already waiting for an eternity, and I guess I will wait for an eternity more. So you're supposed to find some inner strength. And since we have this communication card, it could be inner strength to communicate something, inner strength to communicate with yourself, actually. because of this Two of Swords card. This could be inner strength to turn around and look at this moon, look at your intuition. So there's a lot of possibilities for where this inner strength could go. The strength to have the faith. I remember, like, it's not my, what is that prayer? It's not my faith I need help with. It's my lack of faith. I need, Lord, help me with, like, I have some amount of faith, but having the strength to have the full amount of faith. Having the strength to look in this mirror and see what it is you're projecting, or what it is you're projecting that does not exist. Whatever not, how did I say that? Whatever not existed, whatever you're projecting doesn't exist, or it could exist. So having the strength to look in our intuition, having the strength to finding the strength to have this full and complete faith. Having the strength to be vulnerable and open, because she's not vulnerable and open here. She's very protected, very guarded, right? And the true inner strength is allowing vulnerability and openness, because that's a stronger strength than this. This is necessary in the real world, protecting, blocking, but this is an inner strength of openness. This is inner strength. She's displaying some outer strength or some protective strength, but this is an open strength. The strength that comes with vulnerability, the strength that comes with being able to share openly. That is strength. Why do we know that? Because we're all scared shitless to be vulnerable, to be open, to share the deepest parts of ourselves, where, you know, it takes a lot of strength to be that open, to be that, to know that the strength comes in knowing that whatever the response is, you will be okay. Whatever the response is going to be for your highest good. Whatever the response is, it will work out for you in the end, in the long run. So having that strength and having this, normally I want to say inner strength, but I think it's inner strength to communicate, to share something with somebody that you're worried about them blocking, you're worried about them resisting, you're resisting sharing this. It's so you're in this energy, but you're blocking something about it. So it's almost a strength to fully inhabit that Empress energy, that energy of having everything that you need and accepting that you have everything that you need, and that inner strength. And then where we're going here is Six of Cups. Reunion, renewal with something from our youth that made us happy. Someone, something, some hobby, something from our youth. This deep sharing with someone from our past, with something from our past. This rekindling of a light. A deep emotional sharing. A lot of happiness. It does have to do either with children or with your past or something like that. And the Six of Cups, I feel like this bebe is communicating something really beautiful, something really emotional and beautiful. And they both have, you know, cups full of flowers, really beautiful emotional sharing. So communication is key. Having the strength to do that, having the strength to not block yourself and not block your own blessings, having the strength to listen to your own intuition, having the strength to come into a place of full faith. So if we're looking at this just overall, we've got a lot of abundance, a lot of strength, sort of this lovely spring coming in, something, it's being bedeviled by something external, and you're being asked to have a lot of strength here, either as you wait for this thing, but it's time to give rather than take. So I'm really seeing that you need to take action, and it's going to require you to use a lot of inner strength. And just knowing that whatever happens, whatever the response is, you're going to be okay, right? And it'll be for your greater good, for your highest good. So you can put your external defenses down and just know that the strength that you need is all inside here. All right. Ooh, I like. This is again referencing the winter I was seeing in this Four of Swords. Winter as being a break time. keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do, let go of everything else. So I think that that really comes in with the Strength card of just having not overthinking something. Oh, Two of Swords could totally be overthinking something. Like you've got this intuition, but you're using your mind to kind of guard yourself from even allowing yourself to follow that intuition or even look at it. You're guarding, because the swords are thoughts and ideas. So do what you can, let go of everything else. So the strength to do that is what we're looking at this week. All right, Aquarius, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and your comments, and I hope you all are doing well.